Professional marathon. This wouldn't be GTA Marathon without all this, right?
Okay, Rock looks ready.
Oh, is it now dropping frames?
Wait, dropping frames?
Oh dear.
No, the red number's still at 51. Is it Rock or something?
Hold on. It doesn't like dropping because Rock's just not. So.
Wait. Audio is getting. Huh. Okay. Well, we're already late. Let's go. All right, Rock. I guess I'll count you in. Or do you want to do it, Ben?
Oh no! Yeah, it is like when he unpauses, like it's freezing every couple of seconds. No, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it fixed? Like.
Oh, we're gonna be late. Let's. All right, Rock's on. I can't read Japanese, but I've screen.
That's the ghost. It looks.
All right, we'll begin. Through.
Fucking hell.
Alright, I got it. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go!
Woo!
Yeah, I would clap. I'm holding my mouse for a second.
Yeah.
I poked my head out of the gutter for one.
Yeah, only 2 minutes late.
Shovel shit in my face. Go get some sleep.
Okay, annoyingly the timer started early, but whatever.
By your office tomorrow and we can start
It'll stop early as well, so it'll work out.
Right, I'm gonna listen to see if it does lag.
Okay, I'll guess I will attempt to commentate this. Welcome to GTAMarathon. It's the first one. It's City, no SSU. I guess I'll quickly. Well, a really good start. No SSU basically means it means no script stack underflow. So essentially.
Oh yeah, no, it's dropping frames again massively.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's so weird because it isn't on Rock's thing, and it isn't in OBS either.
And now it's fine again.
How weird!
It just does it like every couple of seconds.
Is it like visual frames?
Yeah.
No sense. Anyway, I guess I'll keep going. So yeah, this is no SSU. Yeah, no SSU basically means we won't skip to the end of the game. That's all you need to know. So at the start here, Rock's already doing things that I'm missing. So you may have noticed that he stood over a rampage and then played a bunch of replays. He's recording a replay of his rampages, and now he's going to use them to start the rampage and at the same time. He could start the mission and be on a rampage at the same time. Essentially, as a time, when that timer ends, he goes to free roam mode or 0. Means he can other rampages and do stuff he wants. So essentially, he has like this timer to use for like glitches that he wants to do. I don't think it's actually this timer that you use, is it? You just start another timer afterwards, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So he's going to be chaining multiple rampages in order to have one end at exactly the right moment when he wants to do a thing with it.
It's so bizarre that it's like it goes a couple of seconds, drops mad frames, starts again.
You be working for my father?
Not even me, Macca, not the ones.
Yeah. And Gale said, Gale, our main tech guy, says, I don't know. So, senior tech doesn't know, so...
See you around.
I guess the only thing you can try and do is just refresh the feed. Josh. You can try and do is just refresh the feed, Josh. You know how to do that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Just like literally just open it and then double click and then re-put it in again.
We'll see if that happens. Because yeah, I guess it is just the streaming PC's connection to the stream.
Oh no, it's the source, because if it was the streaming PC's connection to the stream, the timer and shit would be falling behind.
Yeah, I mean the rock stream, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, so he started Back Alley Brawl with the timer still running. And now he's gonna drive to the Malibu. If he's fast, he gets there before the timer ends. Oh, he was going to, but that car just hit him.
That is unlucky.
No, he still got there in time. He still had enough time left over to make it in. If he doesn't get to the Malibu before the timer runs out, he has to like exit the Malibu twice for reasons.
It is a bit more to it than that. You can't enter on 0 and it will still work. You have to enter with like 2 seconds left because you have to actually walk in. You know, like you have to like have the animation play of you walking in and then have it run out. Whereas like if it runs out while your Tommy is walking into the marker, that doesn't work. So you have to have like 2 or 3 seconds.
In that case, he got very lucky because it was like literally.
It was
2
very
seconds.
close. Yeah.
It's a couple of blocks away.
Yeah, so anyway, the timer ran out. He watched the Rampage replay again to restart the replay, so he's on the Molotov Rampage again, and he has the timer running again. And now he's going to do the rest of his mission, which is just driving Lance to the places you have to drive him to.
Yeah. Refreshing the feed seems to have worked. It's gone like at least a minute now without any issues.
Alright, cool.
So I'm quite a bit behind because I'm watching the restream, but obviously I need to watch it to see if it's going to be fine or not.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll keep watching it. If we have more issues, and but so far it seems to have fixed it.
Okay. Right, I know Rock fell off the bike at the start, so I don't know if he actually got this, but if he overlaps 2 cutscenes here, he can regain control. No, it doesn't look like it's happening. Yeah, if you make it to the hotel quick enough at the very start, there's a cutscene that's supposed to play, teaching you about like the hotel and saving and stuff. But if you get there so quickly, the game doesn't actually play it, and it's still like the trigger for it is still there. So if you walk to the hotel, the cutscene will play. So in this mission, you need to drive to the outside of the hotel. So what happens is that the Lance cutscene happens, and the hotel one then plays again, or for the first time, and like overlaps it and lets you regain control earlier. But yeah, because Rock got knocked off at the start, he couldn't do that. And then he got a bit trolled there as well, because he tried to take the bike, but Tommy decided to steal the car next to it instead.
Yeah.
Pretty great. Alright, so what Rock's going to do now is he's going to stand here. He damaged himself a little bit. That's just so he can death warp a bit easier. But he's going to enter this marker at a very specific time, and then skip the cutscene at a very specific time. And then if he does that, the mission will actually start twice. So now he's running 2 of the same mission at the same time. Did you actually get it? I've never seen that set up before.
Yeah. I don't know why he was throwing a Molotov. I've never seen that before either, but...
I was like, what is happening? But yeah, so what happened, during this mission, there's a bunch of cars that you need to damage, and jury people you need to scare.
Yeah, jurors.
Yeah. But because you started 2 of the same mission, what happened is that 2 of the same car, like, spawned inside of each other. And they, like, damage each other because they're inside of each other, so you instantly pass the mission, basically. Because all of the cars damage themselves, and you scare 2 jurors, like, same one twice. Yeah, and then you skip the whole mission. So all of that replay stuff from the start was all there just to instantly pass. It's not really an insta-pass, is it? But
no, it's not.
It's to quickly pass that mission.
Yeah, as I always said, it was an almost instant pass.
Yeah, almost instant pass.
And it was like... GTAMarathon is like a great opportunity for Powdernet to just want to slam his head against the wall. Especially during like 100% where it gets like super technical and he just starts screaming at everyone. It's great. I love Powdernet. I also hate Powdernet. It's just one of those things.
Alright, anyway, in that mission, he went to the place, did the thing he was supposed to do, which is start a riot, and then he just kills himself so he can teleport to the hospital. You don't really care about your weapons that much at the start, so you don't care if you lose them, and the hospital is closer to the next mission, so it's better to just instantly teleport away. I'm going to commentate this, and I'm going to say the wrong reasons for things at some point.
No, Josh, honestly, you're doing a great job, dude.
Okay.
You're carrying
Just
us
like-
so far.
Guessing the reason that he killed himself. I don't actually know.
Pregnant moon? What are you talking about? Just summoning?
Gethsemane.
Sorry, whatever. Do you even have a last name?
My compass coven named me Gethsemane, Starhawk, Moonmaker. Trust me.
Kaspersky gifted a tier 1 sub to Paldinet. Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
man.
It's been
And who else resubbed? Tezuro, I think, resubbed. Thank you, Tezuro. Enjoy the emotes.
Alright, so here, Rock is driving to this car park. He's gonna record a replay in this car park in a seemingly random spot, but he'll use that later to teleport, because there'll be a gun that spawns in that exact spot that you need to pick up to progress the mission, and he'll pick it up in the replay, so it saves him having to drive there. And the car park is sort of on the way to where you're going in this mission, so it's a lot faster to do that now than do it like later.
Ew, gross.
If I get sub 1 during the marathon, can I get a gifted sub? Warris, if you get sub 1 during the marathon, I'll personally gift you. As long as you record it. No bullshit like, oh, I did it, but I was offline. No, if you send me a video of you getting sub 1, by Sunday when we finish the stream, I'll gift you a sub. Also,
Alright, so
Josh, real quick,
Not a bad.
this is completely irrelevant to the commentary, but I'm going to cut you off anyway.
Okay, go on.
Leon Salad and I, tonight Leon is doing GTA 4 any percent, and we have a bet. If he doesn't get sub 4, he has to tier 2 sub to my channel, and if he does, then I have to tier 2 sub to his channel. The reason I mentioned it is because I want to mention it live on stream, so he can't bitch out when I win. Anyway, continue.
Okay, great, thanks. So yeah, during this mission you're supposed to chainsaw Gonzalez, who's a cool character in Vice City stories that you don't really get to meet in this game. But anyway, I digress. And then you get 2 wanted stars, and you're supposed to use a pay and spray, but because there's a bribe star right outside, you can pick up that 1 bribe star, and it will take away 1 star instantly, and then it will take away the 2nd star like slowly, because of how wanted levels work. It's not like 1 out 1 to 6. It's like a number. That was terrible, but whatever. So he loses the wanted star slowly, even though he already lost 1 of the wanted bribe star.
Yeah, 2 stars and above, you can't lose them without actually paying spraying or getting a cop bribe. But as soon as you get 1 star, then it starts ticking down. But it's based off your crime rating. So if you commit crimes, it'll extend, and you'll gain more like, I think they're called like chaos points or something. I forget exactly how it works. So like rating points. But yeah, so as long as you don't commit any crimes on the drive back, then it'll time out by the time you get there.
Yeah, so he needs to be careful driving back to not run anyone over. We're explaining 2 missions ago now, so let's try to catch up. That mission.
It's difficult though. It's good to that there's plenty of stuff going on in the chat as well. Plenty of people talking. They get the viewer interaction going.
As long as you're not watching on YouTube, you'll be alright.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so here he teleported using that replay I talked about earlier, and as a bonus to that, he gets to keep the bike as well, because he was on the bike when he did it. Yep. So now he can use this PCJ for this instead of having to use Lance's car or another random car there. Now he's going to pick up this clothes icon and make a replay over that. This whole run is about like what you have a replay of. So at the start he had the rampage, then he had that gun, now he has that clothes icon.
Yeah, clothes icon's like the most broken replay to have.
Yeah.
It's absolutely disgusting, the things you can do with it.
Yeah, you stick with that for a while. Use it straight away here as well.
Yeah. Also to the people who say, when are we getting English Ben versus American Ben race? We actually submitted Vice City All Missions race to ESA Summer, so if that gets in, there you go.
Oh man.
That's gonna be hype.
Just keep plugging various things of yours during Rock's run time.
Can't help myself, dude.
Did
you guys know I did this category at TwitchCon the other day? Be sure to check that out.
Alright, so here, during this mission, you're supposed to sit around this deal and watch over it. But if you go too far away, you normally fail. But it turns out it's not actually checking how far away you are for failure only. It's also checking to see, like, I think it's either what's loaded or where you're looking, right?
Yeah, it's where you're looking, where the camera is.
Yeah.
For some odd reason.
So by looking at the deal when he gets too far away, or when it starts, I'm not sure which one. But anyway, he's looking at the deal.
It's when the first set of cars spawn. If you're not looking at it, then you'll have failed the mission.
Right, okay. So he runs over to the police station to pick up grenades, but he has to like look at the deal while he's doing it, so it makes the movement really awkward. But now he has grenades, which will save him having to buy it later.
Yeah. It's so weird as well because like we didn't know this for so long. But when this was discovered how this works, you can actually do it in so many other missions. Like Marta's mugshot when you're chasing the limo, you can fail the mission if you go too far away because it's like, oh, you've lost her. But you can just keep looking at her the whole time, and that made like grabbing packages during 100% a lot easier. You can go wherever you want as long as you look at the limo. That's all that matters.
Right, here...
Goofing, Rock! Goofing!
He got it!
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, he plays a replay there at the same time this cutscene starts, and then he picks up the clothes icon, and the clothes icon does a thing where it takes control away from Tommy and then gives it back after the little fade. But if he overlaps the control loss with the control loss of the cutscene, he can regain control in the cutscene. He's just done it again here, so now he's like just driving this Sanchez blindly in this cutscene. Fairly difficult timing. It's not as simple as just blindly pressing F3. You do have to like actually time when you kill the guy and enter the mark and stuff.
There is like a much easier setup with it, because obviously the Kruger, if you shoot them in the head, you will kill them instantly with one bullet to the head. But obviously if you're too busy sandbagging, like what Rock is doing, then it's like a couple of shots to the body.
It's not sandbagging, he just got the zip, dude.
You can still sandbag and get gate zip. I was sandbagging during TwitchCon and I still got the gate zip. That was like the only thing I got, I think.
Come on, baby, come on!
What was with those clothes replays? Was that?
It's if you play several for some reason, it makes the fade shorter for the missions.
I did notice the cutscene was like...
It just like it instantly ends rather than fading out. Yeah, and the close replay fade that you buffer is shorter than the actual one for the cutscene.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah. Oh, bit of awkward traffic there. I've always said, I don't know if you agree with this, Josh, but I think this is the hardest drive in the game. Going over that bridge blind when traffic can hit you at any point is just so unbelievably awkward.
With an Infernus and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all the drives, but I'm mixing up VCS and this in my head, so I don't know.
I'm
just thinking of all the ones
in VCS.
I'm thinking all the difficult ones in VCS.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that or like Copland.
Yeah, the Copland drive is awkward, yeah, for sure.
Like there may not be any road cars, but there's like police on foot, right? Anyway, he's doing a thing here, so he gets in front of this guy, and if he plays the replay at the right time, he'll regain control in the cutscene again. So what he's doing is he's stealing the guy's car that he's about to get into before he can get into it. And now if he carefully sets this up, the guy gets in while he's driving it, and he can't get out because you're moving too fast. And he can't push you out because the wall is next to you. So what's happened now is that he's driving the car that he's supposed to be following in this mission. So instead of following the car all around Vice Point.
Good enough.
Okay. Instead of following the car all around the top of this island, he can instead just drive straight to the end of the mission. So
yeah, he takes a really long route, and he doesn't drive at like full speed either, so it saves a lot of time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now he's going to drive this car into the water. This car has the heavy property, because when the AI drives it, they're kind of dumb and they didn't want them to get stuck. So they made it so this car just pushes all other cars and crap out the way. But a byproduct of that is that it just sinks when it goes into the water. It like goes past the water hitbox or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the point where you're going to drown, it just drives right through it.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually drown, it like goes below that. So he just goes out of bounds and then he gets teleported to the back inbounds.
Yeah. Also, Misha, thank you for the tier 1 sub.
Okay, good.
Did you mention why, like, it puts you in those specific places? Would it push you back inbounds?
No, because I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so it's exactly the same there as with the gate zip. When you fall out of bounds in this game, it has like specific coordinates where it's like if you go out of bounds and we don't know where to place you, we're gonna put you in these like specific safe zones. The one near Starfish Island is on the other side of the gate, but obviously Rockstar didn't expect you to be able to go out of bounds in that specific place. So it goes, oh no, we don't know where to put you, so we'll just put you in the closest safe zone. That was an edit to your landing there, Rock. That was huge sandbag. Jesus. But yeah, so it just puts you in the nearest safe point, and at the gate zip, it just happens to be on the other side. And then when you clip through the bridge, it happens to be on the other side of the bridge. So all the safe points are actually like places where you're not supposed to be.
Great. At least it doesn't
Rock is going to
flip
go
every.
for more fade skips here as well. You'll see.
At least it doesn't flip every vehicle upside down.
Yeah. Better game. Better game. What can we say?
Alright, so another use of the Cloves replay here is that he's gonna regain control of like Tommy in like a more direct way here. So you can see he was demonstrating it very helpfully that he shoots really slowly at the start, but now when he's in this control scheme or whatever, I guess, this state, he shoots like every frame, I believe it is.
Yeah, one bullet per frame.
Yeah, because there's like no cooldown on the gun, I guess, because Rockstar never intended for you to be able to like be in this state. So now the gun is like stupid powerful, and you have like a little bit more of a free camera and stuff, and it doesn't shake around to the helicopter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the close replay is just useful for loads of things.
When you play in turret mode, the camera is like scripted to move in certain places, so you have to fight against it if you want to pre-fire all the people and do it as optimally as possible. But when you're outside of turret mode, the camera just doesn't move whatsoever. So you
okay. So it's like the difference between like aiming down sights and just third person on foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, he gets out of first person and goes into third person.
Did we actually mention Japanese, by the way? I see a lot of people asking about it. I mean, I imagine people will ask no matter what, but I don't remember if you mentioned it at the start.
So, like all speedruns, he plays in it because the text is faster, right?
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to GTAMarathon. First up, Ocarina of Time. Oh, read subs. Did I miss subs? I don't see any subs.
Okay, well, can you explain the Japanese? Because I don't actually.
No, I do this every single marathon, so get the cool stories out, because there is actually a really long explanation, which I'll go through quickly.
Before you do that, he kills Lance, so he lands quicker. Okay, go on.
Yeah, okay. So, when this game was released, like the international version and the Steam version that you'd usually play as a casual perspective, that was released, and then it's very violent towards Haitian gangs, right? So Haitian people were like, oh, we don't like this. We would like you to remove any like racism towards us in the game. But obviously Rockstar have already released a game by this point. So instead what they do is all the extra versions that they plan on making, they make a new script for it, which gets rid of and censors all the Haitian, it's called the Haitian friendly version. It just removes all the racism essentially towards Haitian gangs. So these new versions, which were released, have a completely new script, and because of that, some technical stuff happens, and the offsets are different. If you don't know what offsets are, you don't have to worry about it. All that you basically need to know is that because it's a different script, different glitches are available. So in this new script, which the Japanese version uses, you can use any version with the new script. Like, I think like the green pepper German version works, the Australian version, the Polish version, but the reason the Japanese version is very specific, and we need it for this, is because Rockstar actually released, when they released, I think it was an EXE, but I don't quite remember, someone can fix me on that, an EXE with the new specific fonts. But on all the other versions of the game, like the Polish one, for example, they didn't release specific fonts. So when you go into the ammunition, or you try and start specific missions, the game just crashes because it's trying to look for a font that just doesn't exist. So the Japanese version has a specific font dedicated to the Japanese characters because it uses a different alphabet. And that allows us to basically do everything we would need to do for the runs, while also keeping the new script order. And that allows for all different kinds of glitches that you'll see later on.
Right.
There you go. Now you can find that in the VOD and link it every single time someone asks, right?
You should just make a YouTube video about it. and then have
I
other
could
people
do
link that. Imagine the ad revenue.
That is huge.
Right, anyway, you may notice he's also like answering phone calls kind of weird. He's like aiming a gun and then answering them and then unaiming the gun, and he's like not holding the phone call or anything anymore. That's just so he can like answer phone calls while walking around at like full speed and stuff. And he uses it there to answer a really long phone call and pick up the sniper rifle during it, because there's no way to speed the phone calls up, unfortunately. So you have to listen to them, but we just try to listen to them at the
phone calls. Get eyes sleep.
You just have to like take the phone calls at the best times you can. So there he had to run from like one side of the mansion to the other anyway, and by taking the phone call he has enough time to like grab the sniper rifle, which he also needs for later. He just has to figure out the maze.
Pretty easy though.
Yeah, I mean, you just remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're wondering what Rock was doing at the jetty, he was trying to go for what they call the trifecta of fade skips. That was the last one. But if you mess it up like he did, you have to like re-enter the zone to trigger the bit on the boat.
Yeah.
So he messed up the final one, unfortunately.
So here is another turret section. He could use a close replay like the helicopter turret section, but it just doesn't really save any time here, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fast you kill the enemies here. So if he just watches the close replay, he'll just waste time watching the replay, so it will just end up being slower.
Because the mission isn't progressing while you're in the replay, so it wastes like half a second or so in theory.
Yeah. So you just have to play in turret mode.
It's the funniest, most touching half hour on television.
Kind of annoying because you get the bobbing up and down camera of the boat, so no one gets seasick.
And this week, it's a very special Just the Five of Us.
It's always like Mega Monka-esque when you shoot the helicopter driver like that, and it flies down. I've actually once lost a run because I shot the helicopter as it was on fire. He just plunges down and kills us, like blows up next to us. Not good, Josh. Not good.
I'm telling you, it's gonna knock your socks off. It's like a record, only it's played by lasers that won't skip. Wow!
Now is he gonna do the meme?
If not, Gale will be very angry.
Oh, he didn't do it. Oh wait, well he's doing another meme.
Straight sandbagging. If he falls off now, he deserves it. He was doing this during the race as well. And when he raced MH, he did this exact same thing and said that
I swear that was not on purpose.
Yeah,
that happened in my last race as well. I don't know what's up with that. It's probably tied to the...
Oh, it's not on purpose, but it looks like it
no,
is.
It's probably tied to the trifecta, because it happened in my last race as well. It's something to do with that, probably. Yeah, must be.
Like, it looks like you're honestly griefing, because it just looks so dumb. But yeah, according to Rock, whether you believe him or not, he's saying that isn't intentional, and that it is actually a glitch to do with the fade skips. Because it happened to Fru as well, but I thought Fru was just imitating you. I thought Fru was trolling. Mark said he's had it before. Mark is also trolling. Everyone's just griefing right now.
Alright, so here he's finally going to get rid of the clothes replay, and he's going to exchange it for a slightly less useful replay, but you do need it for one thing. So this is Cherry Poppers. He's going to record a replay over the icon that lets you buy it. He doesn't want to buy it right now. Can't anyway because he's in a mission. But he'll want to buy it at a very specific time later. So he's just setting that up. And now he's going to get this tank. And I will be right back 1 minute.
Alright.
You've managed to schedule the marathon during my girlfriend's birthday, so I'm going to go do that 1 second.
Tell Emma I said happy birthday, Josh. Happy birthday from all 3,600 people in the chat as well.
Yeah, yeah. Emma, 3,600 GTA people say happy birthday. There you go. Okay, right,
See you soon, Josh. Alright, so Rock is just about to finish Sir Yes Sir. I can't see what time it is because I'm watching a different stream. But yeah, this is pretty good pace honestly so far. Like a 27 Sir Yes Sir, that's pretty good. Now he's gonna... What?
Yeah, okay, explain it first. I'll
okay.
after.
What I was gonna say was he's going to glitch a bunch of cars. You saw him do it early in the run. Essentially all he's gonna do is he's gonna take the long-ass Lance phone call, and then he's gonna shoot the cars, and once the driver exits, he's gonna play a replay, and that's like sticks the animation, and because the driver never technically leaves the vehicle, then it just gets stuck in the game's memory. That might not seem super important, but since they never leave the car and they're just stuck. Oh, Mr. Post, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Absolute legend, Mr. Post. Thank you, sir. But yeah, anyway, so because the cars are stuck in memory, and this game was made in 2002, it can only store so many vehicles. So now Rock is going to have pretty much no traffic on the road for pretty much like the rest of the run. Go ahead, Rock.
At how many subs are we at currently? Can you check that?
I can check on the dashboard. Let me see. Am I logged in? Yes. Dashboard. Let's find out. No, not my dashboard.
I'm enjoying a little R&R in Club Malibu. I reckon you're going to owe me a favour or two out of this, sunshine. I'll see you later.
We are at 31 sub points right now.
31.
31.
I'd say we can have a little sub incentive goal. If we get to 50, I'll do Pepega KYC.
Oh, that is huge. You heard it here first. GTA Marathon has never done incentives before, but Rock always breaking the boundaries. You heard it here first. If you don't know what Pepega KYFC is, it's a really stupid strat that technically saves time, but nobody goes for it. And it basically allows him to gain control while he is about to kill Sonny, like in the cutscene, and kill him early. But as I said, it's a really insanely stupid strat. Something that only Rock would go for, honestly.
The first Pepega in a marathon.
Yeah, first Pepega ever done in a marathon. So there you go.
What the fuck?
Duo Rock, what is that, my man? What is that? Edic 91 actually running right now. This is ooh, okay. Goodness me. I have never seen such a landing. Never seen such a landing in my entire life.
There goes my turbo planning blown to shit. Thanks to you. You screwed up real good, Lance. He killed my brother. What do you expect me to do, mow his lawns? We're gonna have to take out that prick Diaz.
There was a Pepega death row.
At 30 subs, we'll do Pepega death row. Oh my god, thanks so much, guys, for the Pepega death row. Dear me.
Alright, I'm back. What'd I miss?
You just saw the most ridiculous death throw the world's ever seen. Rock flew in way too fast, flipped his helicopter, and had to like push it all the way back.
Went out smoking.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. They just threw it into a compound where all the guys have assault rifles.
We would need some bless RNG from chat for this chopper to survive up to Copland.
Yeah. Bless RNG. Speaking of can't help plugging stuff, you know, I met the Bless RNG guy at TwitchCon.
What?
Yeah, I got a picture with him and everything. It was great. He was just hanging around the ESA booth.
He must love that, having to do the same shit every time.
Dude, he was so down for it. Like he was yeah, he was up for it, dude. I don't know if like that many people were asking him or like because he doesn't look super like the emote. Like obviously the picture's like quite a few years old, right? Like he doesn't look as much like Jesus anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was down. Like I kind of felt bad because of the same thing, right? I didn't want to, you know, be the guy who constantly lines up and makes him out take pictures when he's trying to chill out.
Funny guy, do the thing, do the thing.
Yeah. Say the line, say the line. But no, he was down. He was down.
All right.
Oh, Pitpo, thank you for subbing for tier 1. Thank you, sir. Thank you. GTA Poggers, dude.
They spend 100 years stealing from poor countries.
Does that not slow down the phone call?
I'm going to need your help as soon as possible.
It's actually an IL strat. I don't think it speeds up. I don't think it slows down the phone call.
I think I did this incorrectly. I haven't done this in a while.
But yeah,
you're a little off. Yeah,
just to show it off.
Yeah, but yeah, the pill slide actually makes you move faster, Josh. If you didn't know,
oh.
You actually slide faster when it runs out.
Look at these.
Oh, I see. It's just slow motion, but you actually move faster.
Yeah, but look at that slide. That's the IL strat right now.
Oh shit! Look at him go.
Oops, that was not IL. Canceling the slide.
Well, it was good. Yeah, so here he's gonna kill Diaz through like the wall. He clips into the interior, but the interior isn't actually like displayed or loaded or whatever. And it turns out Diaz is just stood there, like they just store him there, and it's the real Diaz as well. So if you kill him, it like actually just kills him as if you did the mission properly.
Also, 5-all, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Mr. Post.
Yeah, so what he was doing there, he was like sliding, like doing this glitch called sliding. That's because during the cutscenes or whatever of that mission, Tommy actually keeps sliding during it. So he like heads to the door while he's like skipping cutscenes. It's faster, slightly. Unless you like aren't in the marker when you're supposed to be.
Yeah. Unless you're hard griefing.
Yeah, so now Tommy owns the mafia or whatever they're called. The gang.
I don't know what the gang is actually called. Is it like the Vassetti gang or something?
Well, I mean, like, it wasn't that before Diaz.
Yeah, before it was like Diaz's goons or some shit. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's like a specific name, and now they're called the Vassetti gang.
Anyway, to assert his dominance over the people of Vice City, he's gonna go smash some windows. That's literally the reason.
Do you know what the percentage is, Josh, of how breaking the windows works?
Is it like 25% every bullet, except the first one?
Yeah, I always forget if it's 20 or 25%. I always get corrected and told, and I forget by the time next year comes around. I always forget. It's either 20 or 25%. You can't break it with the first bullet.
Yeah, thankfully he got pretty decent windows. Oh, we should explain what's happening. So the mission ends, he's going to get into this Infernus, and then you remember that replay he made earlier over the cherry poppers? Well, he's going to play it, and he's going to buy cherry poppers in the replay. So that does two things. First of all, it obviously lets him buy it from anywhere, because he has just a stored replay of it. But it also means he doesn't actually have to pay for it, I believe.
Yes, correct. If you buy... Funnily enough, when a Reddit post was made about 5 years ago now at this point, maybe even further.
During ESA.
Yeah, it was during ESA. I don't remember which one, 2015 maybe?
2014.
2014. A guy called Bastant2 actually, this was the glitch that he found. He didn't actually find like duping or any of this stuff, but the fact that he figured out that you could buy properties in replay without spending money, opened the door to just GTA's being absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, even without like duping and stuff, if you know the history of Vice City and whatnot, but even without duping, just being able to buy properties without having to pay for them was already like a big help.
Yeah,
then you could like
free
skip
5 minutes skipped. Yeah.
So you could just go around just buy everything without having to pay for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, a side effect of that is that the game still thinks he's in the mall. You may have noticed when he teleported to Cherry Poppers, you couldn't see anything. That's because the game still considers him to be in the mall, so it didn't like load outside. He went into a cutscene, an interior, so then the game thought he was in there and then outside again. But the game does still think there's like a global variable, I think, that's like whether you're in the mall or not. And it's still true, like the game still thinks he's in the mall, which will be useful for a mission later. So yeah, that little trick there, buying cherry poppers while inside the mall, it's like faster because you teleport straight to cherry poppers. It's faster because you don't have to pay for it, and it's faster because you're still in the mall. It's like so multi-layered how useful that is. So he's going to do a thing here where he crouches right before the cutscene happens, and that means Tommy can't actually walk in that cutscene because you're supposed to like walk towards the explosion, but he can't. So Tommy is still stood where he was, and that lets him like line up this really easy shot, and then he can just like kill the PCJ guys.
Really easy that guy on TwitchCon.
Yeah, totally choked us at TwitchCon, dude. I was nervous. Alright, I was nervous. Playing in front of a live crowd is way worse than playing in front of like 10k people at home. When you can't see them, it's a lot more, a lot less daunting. Also, Stan Magoo, 3 months. I love you too, buddy. Mwah.
How did we get to like me doing commentary and you doing random sub shoutouts? Should it be the other way around?
I mean, it's because I was checking the stream to like try and fix it the best I could. So I just said, "Oh, you commentate," and you were doing a great job. So I just let you roll with it.
Okay. All right. So here he's gonna make a replay of the save point in the mansion. The save point isn't there because he's on a phone call ?
Now that got
Wait, what's that?
really irritating.
The save marker isn't there because he's on a phone call.
Yeah, he's on mission 1.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, so he records a replay over the save marker, and because he doesn't need the cherry poppers replay anymore, and then he'll use that save marker replay for something later. Alright, so now comes the really awkward drive. So in this mission, you're supposed to get wanted levels to get the police after you, so you can like get some police clothings and go into the mall. And during this mission, if you go into the mall before you get the police outfit, the game gives you 5 stars. If you remember earlier when I said the game still thinks he's in the mall, well, the game still thinks he's in the mall. So the mission starts and he gets an instant 5 stars, because you get 5 stars for being inside the mall during this mission. So that's really useful. It means you don't have to get wanted level, and it means you can get these police like super easily into this thing. Did you explain the whole car replay thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because the 5 stars would be scary, but because there's no traffic, there's like no SWAT coming to kill you or anything, so it's like whatever. There are on-foot police, like chucking, what are they called? Stingers. Yeah, spike strips at you. So they can hit you with those, but otherwise there's not much to worry about. So yeah, see, you can see here, because the game still thinks he's in the mall, he has to actually enter twice. Because he hits the door, and then the game's like, oh, you touched the mall door, and you're inside of it, you must want to go outside, so it teleports you out. So then you have to go back in, like, a second time. So now the game isn't, like, thinking he's inside the mall anymore.
Gotta hope this helicopter survives. He's also drive-bying in a helicopter, which usually isn't possible.
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
For some reason, if you go in that specific camera, I think is that the one that matters, and then you, I don't know what the inputs are, but if you go in that specific camera angle, it lets you drive by.
Yeah, that's really
the
weird.
Helicopter, yeah.
Because yeah, in a
I don't
car,
remember exactly how that works.
In a car, if you use like the camera look left button, you'll look to the left and drive by. But in a helicopter, that just rotates the helicopter.
Yeah, but for some reason, if you're in that like cinematic camera, you can drive by for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah, no idea why.
Does that mean you can't fly properly? Don't know.
Also, no idea. Also, no idea. It's just rockstar brain, honestly.
Cinematic camera doesn't allow look left, right. You can drive by.
There you go. Also, Burak, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Root. Thank you, sir. Love you. Shout out to the Turkish GTA community.
So, Rock still has that very same VCTN helicopter from way earlier.
VCTN?
Oh, VCN, sorry.
Vice City Transport News.
I don't know why I put the T in there. Oh, it's it's because there's a pager in VCS. Anyway, he doesn't need the helicopter anymore, so he's just gonna ditch it. And now he's gonna record a replay there, but before he does it, he watches the replay of him picking up the save marker. So now when he goes anywhere near Starfish Island, the game
Critworks bio reported, by the way, Rock. Oh, you bitch. You bitch. I'm banning you next year. You bitch. I got this at TwitchCon. I'm the best. Saving as well. This fucking guy, dude. Rushko's doing it next year.
Eben's reacting to strats faster than I can explain them.
Sorry.
It's alright. Yeah, so much shit happened there. Anyway, so he'll teleport to the save marker when he goes near Starfish Island because he watched the replay. Then he recorded a replay of the Katana Rampage, and then he used that Katana replay Rampage to, like, do stuff there. I don't actually remember. Do you want to explain it?
Which part was that? I was checking something.
The whole Printworks bit. I don't remember.
Alright, yeah, so he bought Printworks, made a save to be safe, and then it's essentially exactly the same as Jury Fury. He used the save marker, I think, or did he mandupe? I don't remember. They're both mandupes. But basically, he flicked on mission so he could get the Katana Rampage on mission 0, so then he could start the Katana Rampage and spilling the beans at the same time. It's going to be exactly the same as Jury Fury in the sense that all he needs to do now is get to the boat cutscene before the timer runs out, and then he'll be on mission 0 spilling the beans, which will allow him to get an on mission 0 phone call, which he can use to set up the Cherry Poppers instant passes, which we'll see in a second.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Also, Real Hans Molman subscribed at tier 1. Thank you. I think I missed another one. Mr. Binu? I don't know. I'm awful with names. Thank you. How many subs are we at now? Let's see. I shouldn't have closed the dashboard. Fuck.
It was like 7 when we started. So like 27?
No, we're already at like 30 before.
Oh, were we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, when I checked just now. Because Rock said he'll do Papega KYFC if we get to 50 subs.
Alright. Well, anyway, so he's going to finish this mission, and it's important he does it before the rampage ends. Or rather, gets past this bit before it does. So he's going to do the Yosh Jump here. There you go, beautiful. Wonderful.
The Yosh Jump.
Yosh Jump.
Trademark.
Yeah, so now the rampage is going to end. He's going to go in on mission 0 again, or free roam mode, or whatever. And then he's going to pick up the bribe stars here to get rid of the wanted stars. And then he's going to watch the replay that he made over the save point at Cherry Poppers. That's going to teleport him there. But it also does other stuff, question mark? Not in this route, it doesn't, does it?
Yeah, not in this route.
Okay. So he just uses it to teleport.
Let me get it up in I'm going to get the activity feed up on the dashboard so I don't miss subs, because apparently I missed Frank as well, I apologise.
Alright, so what happened there was that he was he got a phone call at the same time he started the mission, or ended the mission rather.
Yeah.
So the phone call was still ringing when the mission was ending, so then he could start the mission again, and then the phone call ends when he tries to get on the bike, and then he goes on mission 0, and that lets him like do Cherry Poppers side missions.
It's not a side mission, it's a main mission.
Okay, whatever. Basically, what he's doing now is he's starting Printworks, right?
No, I'll tell you what he's doing. He's hard griefing, because I assume while I was looking away, he went for the fade skip and dropped the phone call. So straight to the cheater he goes.
I know this one. I know this.
Yes. Go on, Josh.
All right. What he's doing is he's combining 2 missions. He's starting Hit the Courier, and then he's starting the Cherry Poppers mission. And then for some reason, when both of these missions start, their codes like smash together, right? And a thing happens. So what happens is he does this, the codes smash together, and he passes one of them. I don't know which one, but he passes one of them.
As soon as you start Hit Courier on mission 0, then you start the ice cream mission, and it passes the ice cream mission.
Okay, so he's like constantly passing the ice cream mission over and over again, but in a way that lets him redo it, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's setting it up so not only does he pass the ice cream mission, but the fade of the ice cream mission. So like, I'll do it like real time, right? So he's getting in the car right now. He's gonna get out. Then the phone is gonna ring. But then there's a delay in between getting out and the phone ringing and the fade of the Cherry Poppers being passed. So the phone is ringing, and then Cherry Popper insta passes, which then makes the phone call go on mission 0, so he can chain it again. And you can just chain insta passes infinite times. Maybe your game will crash if you go like for a long time, but you can essentially do this to get as many assets as you want into the game.
Yeah.
You need
the whole
to get... Go on.
Okay, the whole like reason he's doing this is because you need to pass 7 assets in order to continue the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So what he's doing is he's just doing this 5 times?
5 times, yeah. You need 7 assets. The Printworks are mandatory because the last few missions come from the Printworks, and the City Estate is mandatory as well.
Yeah. So he's already going to do 2 assets. That means he needs to do 5 optional ones.
Yeah.
But instead of like going around doing like pole position and all this sort of stuff, instead you just do this 5 times. He's done it now. I hope he was counting.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, you just combine Hit the Courier and the ice cream mission over and over like 5 times, and then you pass 5 assets. He just ran himself over in his own bloody car.
And I did that with the cheetah just to show off the different methods you can do this. It's boring doing it with the PCJ. This is a tribute run to the old days.
I don't know if anyone has ever done lazy HTC with the cheetah. I don't even know if it's possible, but Rock, are you gonna find out?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Or science. Less RNG.
I liked what Powdernet said. He said this is what happens when 2 missions love each other very much.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
We gotta talk about stuff.
What's the problem, Lance?
It's you
Yeah, so here this is going to be weird with the cheater like they were talking about, but here he's trying to do a specific timings with the phone calls. So by talking to this woman at the same time as you get a phone call, she makes it so the line instantly gets skipped. So like he's skipping through the phone call like really quickly right now. But he kind of wants to be on a phone call because when you're on a phone call, NPCs don't shoot you. And there's a lot of women with a lot of scary guns here that shoot you a whole bunch.
And NPCs do shoot you as a kind of little correction. Gang members don't, but these ladies are coded as gang members.
Okay, well, okay then, fine. Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna skip that really long phone call as quickly as possible by using that woman. And he's gonna do it so fast that hopefully he has enough time to take another phone call before the helicopter lands.
The lady has just got out, so this is gonna be close.
Jesus. Can he get it?
Can you get the snipe? Alright, that looks good. Sometimes the car can kind of, get dragged along. Smart, that's good. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So he needs to do a couple of things. He needs to get the plates, get a wanted level, and obviously get out while the phone dialogue is playing before he gets shot. So that all went pretty well.
Cool.
As well as a cheater one can get, essentially. And then he's going to teleport back. And essentially what that has allowed him to do is just take all the phone calls that you would need to do before, like... Before you would have to do it during this, when the mission ends, but then because you were taking a phone call, you would then have to wait 20 seconds for the collector phone call to come in. But because he's already got all of them out of the way, the collector's phone call is going to come through straight away, so you don't have to wait for it.
Yeah.
And now it's time for CTC Snipe. I think Rock is the only runner who uses the boomer setup for this. Essentially, he's going to shoot the first set of collectors through the wall. It's a very difficult snipe. Everyone else uses a new reference because we're not a fan of the old one. But I think Rock uses the old one. Yeah, he does. So let's see if he gets this. That looks good to me, honestly. Easy. Yeah, easy. But, he's cheated his spawn though because he didn't re-enter it, I guess. Yeah, that is unlucky.
Yeah,
it's not a huge deal though. The snipe is worth it.
Yeah, the sniper can go through walls, as you said. It looks like he's spamming replays to make it go through the wall, but the replay is just so he can actually shoot quicker. Yeah,
it reloads your gun. So the sniper only has like 1 bullet per chamber, or whatever, how you would say it, like a bolt-action rifle does. So you can just refill it constantly. And now back to the sandbagging, just robbing stores.
Just rob the store.
While he's waiting for the collectors. Yeah, the classic.
Auto-scroller anyway.
Auto-scroller anyway, yeah. We can submit this to the category extensions. Any percent no SSU +1 robbery. So final set of collectors.
Alright, how many subs?
And bless RNG for the warp. Need some more bless RNGs in the chat. So basically, we found out recently that this warp can just fail for seemingly no reason, but the reason it actually can fail is because of the amount of things that you pick up, and sometimes when you kill the hit the courier ladies, they can drop money, and that causes the warp to not work. So we'll see if it works or not.
It did.
It did. Okay, there you go. Just enough bless RNGs to get that to work. So, final mission. It's basically impossible to speed it up. I don't think we got the Papega KYFC, unfortunately. But Ron, you can do it anyway if you want. Sod it. I think we're on like 40 something.
Oh, nice pop there.
Yeah. Because here at GTAMarathon, we don't expect anyone to sub to the channel, so we'll just make incentives for the sake of it, and we'll just do them regardless of whether we hit the goals.
Shh.
I know Tazuro did that during ESA's summer, I think, last year. He had an incentive, and he was like, oh, I don't even care if it's me, I'm just going to do it anyway. Legend. He was like, it's just easier to do it now, so I'll just do it regardless. Love Tazuro, dude.
Yeah, so this is the final mission, and then you have to, like, there's a timer that goes before you can progress. You're supposed to, like, survive and stop the dude stealing your money and stuff.
Yeah. As you start the mission, in 60 seconds, Lance will spawn, and then 2 minutes after the mission starts, Sunny will spawn, as long as Lance is dead.
Yeah. So all you have to do is kill Lance as quick as possible, and then kill Sunny as quick as possible, basically.
Oh,
Or
it
at
doesn't
least
matter
right.
how long you kill Lance. Doesn't matter.
Oh, as long as Lance is dead.
As long as Lance is dead, he will spawn.
Before Diaz spawns, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So you have to
bless RNG for the next part, chat.
Yeah. So if he does end up going for this, yeah, this can kill the estimate, but yeah, who cares?
I don't even know what's happening, so
Edit the
gonna go
GTA Marathon feed into the television on post processing.
That would be sick. Yeah, essentially what he's going to do to Josh and everyone else is he's going to use a closed replay to gain control in the cutscene where he's talking to Sunny, and he's going to try and chainsaw him to kill him quicker. It actually saves time.
Huh, okay.
But it's insanely difficult because he gets teleported to like the bottom of the stairs or some shit, so let's see if he does it.
Oh yeah, there he is.
There
What the
he
hell?
is. Oh, he's grenading him.
No.
Does he get it?
Oh!
Oh!
The grenade
Come on, Rob,
unfortunately
you can do
clipped
it.
through the floor, but I got him anyway.
Oh, he clips through. Did he get
Nice.
it though? Yes, he got it!
Yay! Oh, stop the timer, shit.
Yeah, that's time, Josh.
That's me. Hooray, time. Hooray, I got it. It says 53:46, but it's like 53:30. Probably.
That's a good time considering all the weird
Yeah.
stuff that was going on at 53. That was a hell of a time, dude.
Pepega KYC saved it.
Had a disagreement with a
Yeah.
business.
Would have been a
Wait.
55 otherwise.
disagreement. I
Yeah.
him an angry letter. Maybe I
Yeah, literally impossible estimate without Pepega KOFC.
you should speak to my shrink.
Alright, so next up, we have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Joshua's favorite game. I'm sure a lot of people love San Andreas out there. But we're going to be doing the Las Venturas segment, the city segment, but with a twist. Going totally ham is going to be playing with just 1 health. So any amount of damage can kill him, but he's going to be speedrunning Las Venturas in GTA San Andreas anyway. So if you want to see an insane measurement of skill, be sure to not go anywhere.
Speaking of insane measurements of skill, thanks for that run, Rock. Pretty good.
Yeah, thank you, Rock. That was a great start to the marathon. I'm glad I can always rely on you to sandbag and dick around, but also do well at the same time, you know?
For having me here.
Thank you very much. Right.
Alright, I guess we'll